there are certain things, techniques that you can implement to ending and stepping away from a narcissist. One of the most common advisable is, and the listeners are going to be now Googling like crazy, grey rock. It is where the person who has been affected, literally, you cut the snake's head off. You end everything, but you do it in a non-emotive way. They will hate it, and they will actually, the narcissist will do all in their power to bring you back into their control, because that's what this is. It's a control thing. Firstly, talk us through grey rock and its principles, if you can, and then also your take on bringing this disruptive, as you've rightly said, damaging association with somebody either with NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, or with strong narcissistic traits which are not healthy for anybody to be around.
I mean, grey rock's principle is, I call it re-stonewalling the narcissist. So narcissist, giving them the feeling that no matter what they do, they don't get any response out of you, right? So it's just being totally unresponsive and passive. Now, that sounds good in theory, and it is a good idea, but what that does is, like, I have a lot of people going, okay, so I'm going to try that, and is that going to get him or her to do what I want them to do or to act the way I want them to act? And the answer is no, it will not do that. What's going to evoke is frustration in most narcissists, because they can no longer use you and manipulate you and make you, use you like a marionette, getting them to have you do what they want you to do. Gosh, it's complicated. So when you stop responding, I always say irritation causes motivation. So when you stop responding, you disrupt the pattern of usually trying to make them feel better, usually trying to make them, walk on eggshells, usually being really careful around them, not evoking a fight, not stressing them, not, all of these things. So you stop doing all of that and you don't react. So when they offend you, you don't get defensive. When they say something mean, you don't try to fight back. You don't cry. You don't show them anything. So then they're irritated, because that's not your normal behavior. And when someone is irritated, you can also try this with healthy people. They are motivated to get some reaction out of you. So what they do then is they put on their, all of their masks, which, and this is a disclaimer, can be, if they're violent narcissists, if they're aggressive, that can be really dangerous if you grey rock them, because they can get really angry. Do be careful with that.
Thank you for adding that. Thank you.
Yeah, because there's things where I've had clients, locked in rooms, locked in their house, being chased in a car. Like, there's really, really bad situations, because they get really upset that now you're seeing through them. And I think if you're ready to grey rock, that's fantastic, but it is your first step in getting out of this relationship. It's not a method to stay in it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But because I feel like if that's where if that is your go-to for manipulating, for thinking that it's going to cause peace, it's not going to cause peace, because they're not going to be happy with harmony, because that's not what they want. So this is really important to understand. So it is a technique you can use to de-escalate a moment, or to be free for a day, or to slow down a fight, or things like that, where things go crazy, and you basically buy yourself time, but it's not a strategy to live happily ever after with a narcissist. I just want to state that, because some people don't know that that's not what that is. Does that make sense? It's just not a strategy.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say this.
Thank you, Alina. Thank you for giving clarity on that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and there, because to me, there is no strategy in being happy with a narcissist. There is no happy end with a narcissist. And this is my very strong personal and professional opinion, and people can call me out on this, but I've just never seen it.